have a chance. Richarlison cuts it back. Oh, what a goal! First up! It's just the 5th minute.
Still Lewandowski. Still Doski. Finds Dembele, and Dembele scores an equaliser. What a pass from Lewandowski. He has been the best player. He has actually got 2 assists. One of Gavi's goal and now Dembele's goal.
And City wins! City won the match. Manchester City won the match.
Hello everybody, this is Brisbane05 Blast here and welcome back to another video on this channel. In this last episode we did Liverpool versus Newcastle United and Newcastle United have actually won that match. Now today's episode we're actually going to do something different. Yes, we're actually approaching the business end of the FA Carling Premiership 97-98 season with 3 matches to go. And it's going to be pretty tough. 3 matches to go. Both these teams, Manchester United and Arsenal, are both challenging for the title. And both of them are actually tied with 74 points. So this is actually going to be pretty tough. Arsenal, however, have a better goal difference than Manchester United. So it might actually go down to the wire unless if one of the teams slip up. But even if one of the teams do slip up, it is still going to go down to the wire because there is a chance that if a team that has lower goal difference, or low goal difference basically, whatever, they actually might, like if they are in front, but if they either draw or lose this match, they might actually lose the game. So that's why I'm saying that it's actually going to go down to the wire. But anyway, let's just get to the title, to the title race to see Arsenal and Manchester United's remaining 3 fixtures. So yeah, let's just get to that. Alright guys, so these are the remaining fixtures for these 2 teams. As you already saw, Arsenal and Manchester United are both tied with 74 points. But however, Arsenal do have a better goal difference than Manchester United. Arsenal have 42 and Manchester United have 36. So it might actually go down to the wire. So yeah. But first, we're actually going to start with Arsenal's fixtures. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to, after one of Arsenal's match, we're going to go straight to Man United's next fixture. And then back to Arsenal's fixture, and the list goes on and on. So yeah. So Arsenal's first match in the title race, in a very crucial and very heated title race, is up against Barnsley. Followed by Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. Then Arsenal versus Everton. Then Man United versus Leeds United. Then they are up against Aston Villa, which is actually a pretty tough match for Arsenal. Leeds United is actually a pretty tricky match for United, but I have a feeling they might win this game. But it depends. And then Man United's last game is against Barnsley. So basically, Arsenal and Man United's 2 matches are up against a relegated club side. So I'm pretty sure these 2 clubs will be featured in not only for title race to see who's going to win the championship, but will also determine to see who will stay in the Premiership. So yeah, let's just move on to Arsenal's first fixture, and that they're up against Barnsley, and that's away from home. So yeah, let's get to that. Alright, now we're starting with Barnsley taking on Arsenal, one of Arsenal's first match. Just to let you know, since this is I'm actually putting the predictions in the tournament version because that means league version, and they might actually randomize it for you. So basically, we won't be getting the next match, which was probably Man United's next match. So we're probably gonna do as per the title race. That means as per the title race and the remaining 3 fixtures for these two teams. So yeah, we're actually gonna sim the match. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's actually gonna be more fun. So yeah, this is Barnsley's team, and yeah, this is Arsenal do have their key players, so nothing much to be surprised here. So basically, there are basically like opportunities and chances for both these sides. So I'm expecting Arsenal to get a win in this match because they're probably the favorites, especially in the heated title race going right now. I would have wanted actually to jump and sim the match, but it's actually fun to actually see what's going on because yeah, I mean, this is pretty intense. Right now, Right now, there are like a lot of chances going on. Now, Arsenal have the ball right now. They actually have the ball. They might have an opportunity to score from here. But I think Barnsley are just trying to do well to defend, especially when they're fighting for the to stay in the Premiership. So, especially that's what Barnsley are doing. But Arsenal have already scored a goal, and it's probably from a left center midfielder, I would say, for Arsenal. So predicted scoreline would be one of Arsenal's midfielders. So either it's gonna be Overmars, Emmanuel Petit, or Vieira, any of those goal scorers. So I mean, right now we're in the modern version, so that's the reason why you might be wondering why Declan Rice has shown up and not. We're in the modern era, so but yeah, just don't worry about it. And right now, Barnsley already had an opportunity, but pretty good save from the keeper. And I have a feeling Barnsley might score this one, but they butchered it. They already lost their chances already, so yeah, this is actually going to be pretty intense. And right now, Arsenal have this 1-0 lead right now, but anything can change here, especially in the title race. There are chances for both these sides to slip up points, but not when you have Arsenal strikers that are literally creating a lot of pressure here. I know we're actually the modern version, and you might be wondering that I'm literally just being delusional and just saying the past midfielders, even though we're already past time. But like I said, I already hit it to you in the post, so I really hope you look forward to that. But like I said, Arsenal already have the lead at halftime. They might actually have a 1-0 lead at halftime, so yeah, this is how it is. We're going to start the second half. So I'm really excited to see who's going to win this match, because basically there are chances. And right now Barnsley have already scored the opening goal of the second half, and it's probably it would be an any striker, basically any sort of striker to score that goal. So either it's going to be Ashley Ward or Jotov, probably a Norwegian striker, I think. But anyway, looks like Arsenal might have a chance to slip up right there. And what a save from one of the Barnsley keeper here. Anyway, it's corner kick here for Arsenal. This could be an opportunity here, but that's a fumble here. That is an absolute fumble. And looks like the keeper already has it. He actually boots it short, but he actually goes a long kick, but the midfielder takes it. Now Arsenal have an opportunity here. They're trying to play patiently. Are they going to score this one? They are. And it's from another midfielder. So basically 2 goals are from the midfielders. So I have a feeling it's either going to be Vieira or Mark Overmars to probably score that goal. I mean, Overmars has already been in form. He's already scored 14 goals for the season. Been in form. Scored those vital goals against top 6 clubs. I wouldn't be surprised to see if he would be on the score sheet. But Emmanuel Petit or Patrick Vieira would probably be surprising one, because he has not been on the score sheet, but probably just do a bit of dirty work here. This could be an opportunity here, but a booted effort here from one of the Barnsley defenders. Now Arsenal have to basically just keep on applying pressure and not let Barnsley at least get a point here. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're basically applying a lot of pressure. Barnsley just right now just made a save. And it's a free kick. And Gabriel's actually the one to take the free kick, I think. And it's 3. And it's going to be from another centre midfielder. What is happening, bro? This is literally insane right here. This is so insane. But anyway, looks like Arsenal will be getting their job done against Barnsley. So basically, those 3 goals are from the midfielders here. But Barnsley have an opportunity, at least to create some entertainment here. But what good defending here from Arsenal. And yup, looks like Arsenal will win this match 3-1 over Barnsley. And that means Barnsley at this time might probably be rotting in the relegation zone. So yeah, this could be something of a rout here for Barnsley here. If this gonna be another match, we're not gonna show it to you, and looks like we're not gonna be showing it to you. So I'll put the title race. I'll be right back when the next match shows up. Alright, looks like Arsenal's next match in the title race is up against Everton. So I'm looking forward to this match, as this match may have some feisty affairs. Arsenal already has a win in the Barnsley game, which was a predicted scoreline. 3-1. But right now, Everton might have already either got a win or a draw against one of the matches in match week 36. So this is match week 37, a prediction for match week 37. So this might actually go basically how why? Because Everton do like to pull up some upset. And they do have a bit of juju when it comes to versing Arsenal. And right now, Everton have an opportunity, and that was a chip kick. And it's a goal scorer from an Everton striker, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but it could either be Duncan Ferguson, probably one of Everton's best player, I would say. Either Duncan Ferguson or Barmby, either one of those players. But still, Arsenal have an opportunity. But right now, Everton are basically having an early lead over Arsenal. So anything might happen. And especially Arsenal are sometimes they slip up whenever Manchester United fumble. Whenever Manchester United, they fumble or so. But right now, Everton have an opportunity to maybe double the lead and maybe put a bit on favor on Man United. But still, what a save though. And it's on offside actually. But anyway, looks like chances are made. But right now, Everton still have that 1-0 lead. Arsenal looking to create some pressure here. But who is going to step up here? It's actually a strike it's mostly been the centre midfielders that are actually coming clutch here for Arsenal. So it's probably going to be a left centre midfielder, probably Overmars, Petit or Platt, either one of those players. But still, so as it stands, Arsenal are currently leveled up with Everton, but Everton really need a win if they really want to stay up in the Premiership. But looks like Arsenal have the ball. They have the possession, so looks like it really could determine or depend. I mean, we don't know. But Everton gets this one away. They're booting this one. Is there actually going to be a late chance here for Everton to score the late goal at this half, at the end of the first half? 1 minute of added time. Looks like there is going to be a chance. But what is safe from the keeper? I might be assuming that would be David Seaman that would be saving this one. And looks like it's halftime with Arsenal currently leveled with Everton scoring first, but Arsenal hitting back. And looks like second half will be coming up. Everton have literally dominated in Highbury, so this could be something that Arsenal really need to take some lessons here. Corner kick already here for Arsenal. Slight deflection from the Everton players. So this is going to be very surprising here. If Everton can somehow pull a bit of favours on Man United. Probably come clutch here for Man United here. Because Man United are basically trailing in goal difference. And Arsenal have a better goal difference against Man United. So this could be something. What is saved from the Everton keeper. And that was a wonderful chance. But a butcher here from one of the strikers. And Everton get this one away. But it's a steal. But Everton defenders gets this one though. This is an opportunity now. Arsenal are slightly dominating this half. But Everton are basically holding on. At least for a draw in this fixture. A free kick here for Arsenal. Or either an offside. But we don't know. Three reasonable chances here for Arsenal. And Everton only has one reasonable chance. And Arsenal still couldn't take advantage of it. Typical Arsenal. But looks like Everton have an opportunity to at least get a goal here. But what a tackle from the defenders here. I'm assuming it could be either Tony Adams or Winterburn or Bold. One of those players that have actually come clutch for Arsenal here. But it's probably going to really determine on the late goal. But what a save from the Everton keeper. A reasonable chance here, but still couldn't take advantage. Another save from the Everton keeper. It's all going to determine if Arsenal can score this one. But it's a poor giveaway. And I think this might, the Everton game might actually be a draw here. I mean, an early goal from Everton, but Arsenal scoring an equalising goal. So this might actually be one of the slip-ups for Arsenal. Even though Arsenal have dominated in terms of creating chances. But this might be their slip-up. And their next match is against Aston Villa. Probably the final match of this fixture. But anyway, we're probably going to get you back, so don't go anywhere, guys. Alright guys, now we have Man United's first match and they're up against Crystal Palace, which is actually a prediction for match week 36. And I really cannot wait to see who's going to win this one. So Arsenal right now have gained 4 points from these 2 match weeks. Got a win against Barnsley and also got a draw against Everton. So we don't know if Man United can take advantage of this situation. And right now Crystal Palace is actually going to be the one to kick off first. Man United did actually got a win against Crystal Palace. Yeah, they have got a win against Crystal Palace. So this is something that they could take. And Man United actually have a red card. So there is actually going to be a red card from the Man United defender. Right now, we already had problems with Man United getting red cards right now. But can they have an opportunity to score? They do. And it's probably from a Manchester United striker. So it's either going to be Teddy Sheringham or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. One of those players. Or Andy Cole. So maybe. So it's probably from a Manchester United striker. So predicted scoreline, let's just say a predicted goal scorer will probably go with Andy Cole. But Crystal Palace has already scored the equalizing goal. It's from a centre midfielder, by the way. So Man United can even slip up points. Especially if it is an away game here for United. United don't do well away from home, especially against relegated club sides. So this could be an opportunity for one of those sides. But what a save from the Crystal Palace keeper. But can United stand on business in this one? No, but the defenders are still not giving up. And Crystal Palace are on the attack. They might actually score their second goal. But what a save from the keeper. Pretty sure this would be Peter Schmeichel that have made the save. And now United are on the attack. They have an opportunity here. And they score. And it's from a left winger. So either it's going to be Ryan Giggs that might have actually scored the goal for Man United. Even though this scoreline is showing Jadon Sancho. But I'm saying it's Ryan Giggs. Because remember, this is the 97-98 Premiership predictions. And this is United's first match of this title race game. The business end. And Crystal Palace are on the attack. Are they going to score the equalizing goal? No, they're not. Because what a save from Schmeichel. A good read from the keeper, by the way. And it's going to be half-time with United actually having the slim lead despite being a man down. So, let's see how things go in the second half. United have they have more chances the chances are actually same. They have one chance. Both of them have reasonable chance. But United have more shots created than Crystal Palace. So, yep. And United might have an opportunity to make it 3. They'd have. And it's again from a striker. So, it's either going to be Sheringham that have scored the goal. Looks like United might actually have got a big win over Crystal Palace. I mean, then again, Crystal Palace are on the relegation zone. They're actually last place. But they're still fighting. And it's from a striker. So it's probably Lombardo that have either scored the goal. Crystal Palace striker. I'm not sure if he plays a striker. But still. A predicted scoreline from the Crystal Palace striker. A predicted goal score for Crystal Palace striker. I have a feeling Crystal Palace might make it interesting. Even though time is literally running against them. And especially when they're up against a favourable opponents. And Crystal Palace has just now scored the equalizing goal. We're witnessing a game of the season here. What has happened right now? I don't know if this is actually going to be scripted. But we just don't know. I mean, United might have an opportunity to score the match-winning goal. But what is safe from the keeper? And now it's a corner kick. But Crystal Palace get this one away. Still Crystal Palace. What is safe from the keeper though? United might actually fumble though. They might fumble. They almost fumbled against Newcastle United in the previous fixture. Only for their substituted centre midfielder Brian McClair to come clutch for them. And United do it again. Scoring goals in the dying minutes. And it's actually a hat-trick. So a predicted hat-trick in this match. From a striker. So we're actually going to be having another game of the season. I have a feeling, if you watch this guy's channel, he might provide something. Might deliver something. Maybe a crazy match. But looks like Manchester United's match is going to end with a win here. Their first match is going to end with a win in the title race. 4-3 against Crystal Palace. So as it stands, Crystal Palace will be relegated. So, yeah, pretty tough times for them. And Aston Villa's next match against Barnsley. We're not going to talk about it, so yeah. Alright guys, we're at the final leg of Arsenal's fixture and they're up against Aston Villa at Villa Park. I cannot wait to see how things will be going here. We're going to auto-replace the unavailable player just for this match, because this is Arsenal's final match in this title race. They already got 4 points in the heated title race here. Can they finish off? And beating against Aston Villa is not going to be easy. Trevor did say that Aston Villa, they have to be careful. Arsenal have to be careful in this match. And right now, Arsenal's I've already got an injury here, so a substituted right back is going to be taking place. And Aston Villa are already on the attack, so this could be an opportunity. But what a defense! Arsenal's defense are really coming clutch. But still, are they going to try to impact it or implicate it? I mean, which they already did. This might actually be pretty crazy here. Aston Villa are thinking of something. They're already on the attack. And Arsenal are behind here. They're not even created an opportunity yet. Literally just defending for their lives. But Arsenal get away with this one. I have a feeling this might actually end in a draw or probably an Aston Villa win. But they fluffed it. Aston Villa had an opportunity to help Man United there, but they fluffed this one. And now Arsenal have the opportunity. They have the opportunity. And they actually make it. With a centre midfielder scoring a goal. So it's either going to be Emmanuel Petit that has actually scored the goal here. We just don't know if this would eventually come up here. So yeah, I mean, we're going to see how things will be going. We're just going to see how things will be going here for Arsenal. How things will be going. They have an opportunity, but what a save from the keeper. What a delightful save from the keeper here. What a chance this is going to be here. Alright. An opportunity here for Aston Villa. Arsenal already had an opportunity, but what a save from the Villa keeper. Pretty sure that would be Mark Bosnich. And Aston Villa just now scored the equaliser. And it's actually from a right back. And Aston Villa right back actually scoring the equalising goal. This is insane. Looks like Arsenal will be bottling this. Arsenal already scored the goal, but Aston Villa equalised it. We're just going to see how things will be going from here. Alright. Opportunities lying here for one of these sides. Can Arsenal get a win here? Because getting a win at Villa Park, especially against Aston Villa, is not going to be easy. What can Arsenal do? They actually just replied, and it's actually from a right winger. An Arsenal right winger. So it's either going to be Dennis Bergkamp or Ian Wright. Probably scoring one of those goals. So it's from a forward, by the way. So right now, Arsenal have an opportunity to get a win in this match. At least end in a high note. Maybe hoping that Man United get a loss or a draw in one of those matches. I mean, right now, Manchester United have already won in a very tight match against Crystal Palace. Now their next game is against Leeds United, which is actually a pretty tricky game, but this Leeds United team is completely different. And their last match is up against Barnsley, which is an away match. So this is actually going to be crazy here. Very, very crazy. Who would actually know and see if they're actually going to win this match? Alright, we're at the 77th minute. Can Arsenal finish this off? What a save from the keeper. But it's still with Arsenal. They're applying a bit of pressure here. But Aston Villa get this one away. But it's still with Arsenal. Well, now Villa has they have the possession of the ball. And now Arsenal have an opportunity to end this match. Can they do it? It's probably with a tap-in. But just kind of messed this, might have messed the technique there. But still, Arsenal will be getting the win no matter what. Aston Villa is too late to counterattack. Yup. However, Arsenal might actually be getting the final goal here. Can they do it? No. but Arsenal will be getting a win against Aston Villa, so that's how it stands. So after these 3 matches, Arsenal might have already got 7 points. 7 points. Can Man United overtake this? We just don't know. Well, we're going to find out later. So we're going to stick to Man United's last 2 games, see how they're going to fare. We'll be right back with the scores and see if the match comes up here. So don't go anywhere, as we are now going to be heading to Man United's final 2 matches. Alright guys, now we are up to Man United's last 2 games, as one of their matches is up against Leeds United. Probably one of the toughest match for Man United here. They already got a crazy win against Crystal Palace, and as it stands, Crystal Palace will be relegated. So, see how things will be going from there. So, yeah. But looks like United have to take advantage of this. Arsenal have already got 7 points in their last 3 matches. Can United take advantage? United have to basically win all 3 matches if they have to overtake Arsenal. Now United have the opportunity, and they almost had the chance. Well, it was actually Leeds United that almost had the chance to score, but United somehow survived as Leeds messed the chance. But looks like United are on the attack. They are on the attack. Probably a predicted scoreline will come right up. So we're just going to see how things will be going. So yeah. Looks like Leeds have the ball. They have a bit of possession here. What can they do? It's still Leeds United. They're squaring up. And what a save from Peter Schmeichel. Probably one of the best keeper here for United. It was a corner kick for Leeds, but just diffused. And now United are on the counter-attack. But they're waiting. They're being patient because they know time is on their side, and Arsenal have already slipped up here in that Everton clash. So, I mean, if we don't know if this will happen in real life, so if that actually happens, call me crazy, but I might actually be the best predictor. But at the same time, I really want my beloved Arsenal to win this match. And Leeds United have already had the attack, but what is saved from the keeper? Or maybe a deflection from one of the Man United defenders. But still, what a game we have seen. Leeds already have the opportunity, but what a challenge from one of the Man United defenders. Still an opportunity. United have the opportunity here. It's still a 0-0 draw, but still they have an opportunity, and United score. It's probably from a centre midfielder, so it's either going to be Paul Scholes that will probably score the goal for Man United, even though Bruno Fernandes has already scored in real life in the FC24 era, but still. This is 97-98, and Paul Scholes might probably be the predicted goal scorer in this match. But as it stands, Man United might actually be charging towards the title, as they have a 1-0 lead over Leeds United. And Leeds United have actually been dominating. United's first chance have already been scored, and they might actually make it 2-0, which they have. I mean, from a striker, by the way. Teddy Sheringham. Looks like United might actually win this match. They might actually... Arsenal may slip up, by the way. Marcus Rashford's already got the yellow card, which is actually a yellow card from the striker. But looks like United are thinking of something. They are really thinking of trying to put in pressure here on their opponents. But Leeds United have almost created an opportunity, but what is saved from the keeper? And that would have been a chance here. But a great save from the defender for United. Great tackle from the defender. Now, this could be an opportunity. It will be 3-0. It is 3-0 already. United are basically standing on business right now. This is going crazy right now. We're at the 60th minute already. Things are just going best for United, by the way. We're just going to see if things will step up, by the way. So, yeah. Alright. Leeds have the opportunity, but as it stands, United, they're not giving up. They might actually be 1 point behind Arsenal. Or to be fair, still, United have already made it 4-0. You know the game's done and dusted. You really know the game is done and dusted. 4-0. United, an easy win against Leeds United, especially with the goal difference. They needed just that. What a save from the keeper. You've got to credit that from the Man United keeper, by the way. And Leeds United have basically made a lot of chances, but United have dominated though. They've been clinical. They've basically been clinical in terms of creating chances, so yeah. I don't know if this could be 5-0, but we'll just gonna see and find out. But what a save from the keeper. We're down to our final 2 minutes. We're down to our final 2 minutes here. This could be an opportunity. 3 minutes of added time. And Leeds have just scored the consolation goal. So looks like Manchester United will be winning this game 4-1 over Leeds United. So yeah. And Man United's last game will be up against Barnsley. And it's an away match. So we just don't know if that's going to be featured. So stick around, guys. Our last match is going to be Barnsley versus Man United. Man United's final game, match week 38. We're just going to see who's going to win this match. So basically, it's actually going to be similar to Arsenal's fixture. I mean, Arsenal almost drew that game against Barnsley, but they just managed to step on. But can United, as it stands, Arsenal are 1 point ahead of United. Can United win this match? If United wins, they might actually overtake Arsenal and be crowned champions. But if they draw, it might actually be decided on the goal difference. But looks like Barnsley are not giving up here. They're actually fighting. It's still Barnsley. They're on the attack. They're still on the attack. But a defense from the United... by the United defender. And yeah. And looks like United are on the counter-attack. But what a tackle from one of the Barnsley midfielders. It's still Barnsley. They might have an opportunity to score from here, but they fluffed it. And Peter Schmeichel will be happy to take the goal kick. We're just going to see if things will go smooth sailing for United, because they already have an opportunity. Just dribble past the keeper. It's still with United. And they just scored. And it's from the striker. United currently now have a 1-0 lead over Barnsley. Unless if Barnsley can equalize this one, we don't know. Alright, moment of silence for this one, because Manchester United might be crowned champions in this match as it stands. So yeah. And they almost made it 2-0 but missed. Still an opportunity here. United are really defending for their lives. Barnsley are really hoping they can get a draw here to stay in the Premiership. And Arsenal are really hoping for that as well. Because if this happens, Arsenal will be crowned champions. Because I have a feeling they have a better goal difference than United. So we're just going to see if this stands. But what a defense. Is it actually going to be... Is there time for one last attack? No, I don't think there is. So looks like United will be having a 1-0 lead at halftime. And looks like second half will be deciding to see who will win the Premiership. As it stands, United will be winning the Premiership. However, Barnsley have other plans. They really wanted to spoil United's party here. And that could have been another chance here for Barnsley, but what a save from the keeper. Throw in for Barnsley. Still Barnsley. Another save from the keeper, man. Schmeichel pulling off a great save. And what a save from the keeper. Still a good tackle here from the defender. They're on the attack. They're on the attack. They're still on the attack, trying to find players. And they just scored the equalizer. That might be an equalizing goal here for Barnsley. So this might be the predicted scoreline for the time being. And as it stands, the title race will be decided by goal difference, as Manchester United will be getting a potential draw in this match, unless they might have other plans to maybe get a win in this match. We don't know. And see if this is happening. Wait, they have an opportunity. But what is say from the keeper? What does say from the keeper? There's an opportunity here. But what a tackle from the defenders. I have a feeling United really have to give everything now. Because this is something that they kind of need here. Could this be a goal? No, but what a last-ditch defend from Barnsley. But still with United. And what a save from Barnsley. This might have caused a bit of heartbreak. Unless if United do well in the corners here. Can they win the title here? Can they do it? They might have done it. They might have done it at the last minute. And as it stands, United with a dramatic last minute goal might actually win the Premiership. We don't know if this would happen in real life or in the Trevor Sports universe, the retro universe. We're just going to see if this will happen. But as it stands, United get a win over Barnsley. 2-1. And those are the last 3 matches, the remaining 3 matches for this fixture. We're just going to update the table and see how it will look like if it will happen in the retro universe. So yeah, don't go anywhere, guys, as I will update the table shortly. Alright, so here's the FA Carling Premiership points table of the 97-98 season. So with those results given, Man United have pipped the top spot over Arsenal just because they had the winning streak, won all their 3 games, whereas Arsenal slipped up in that Everton clash where they drew that game 1-1, even though beating Barnsley and Aston Villa. So this might have actually been the predicted table here for like if it happens actually. So Arsenal may actually slip up in that Everton clash. However, they might get their job done over Barnsley and Aston Villa. So 2 away games they've actually win, but their home game they slipped up. Whereas Man United, they got their jobs done. They survived a late drama in 2 matches where they got a match-winning goal against Crystal Palace and then got a huge win over Leeds United, but then also got a match-winning goal against Barnsley. So I have a feeling this might actually happen in real life, but we just don't know how it seems. So with those results, I haven't updated the bottom of the table, but Everton, let's just say they have 35 points because they got a draw. So, yep, it doesn't look like this, but Everton might actually get out of the relegation spot, probably. But let's just head back to the original scoreline. So, I haven't updated the bottom of the table, but if it actually happens, Bolton Wanderers, I have a feeling they won't be featured, but they might get wins in some of the important matches. So, and since Everton have lost a lot of matches in which they should have won on paper, I have a feeling they might actually get relegated, despite even getting a vital point against Arsenal. Barnsley will definitely get relegated since they've lost their 2 matches against Arsenal and Man United, and Crystal Palace lost a very close game against Man United. So this might have meant that this important game against Manchester United decided their season, that they might be relegated to the first division. That means the Championship division in the modern era. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one, and please make sure to like and subscribe. I really cannot wait for the title race to happen. It might happen today itself, the 36th match day, and we just don't know who's going to win the match. Tell me who will win the Premier League for 97-98. Let me know that in the comments. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this one. This is Brisbane 05 Blaster here, signing off, and enjoy the heated title race.